Hey YouTube, welcome to RVDaydream, and we are closing out today, but I thought I'd show you this anyways, and Heidi helped quite a bit.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. And this is Carhartt, it's that duck weave. I mean, it's like a Carhartt jacket basically. Very hard to get on. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was tough. I mean, look at my nails. They cracked and they rolled and all kinds of stuff putting them on. And Heidi did just as much as I did, if not more. Very, very difficult to put on, but I'm very happy that we have these. I mean, they're just, you know, it's a good quality. You can tell. We had two different brands, but it was made by the same company. Covercraft and Carhartt's by Covercraft. So we knew the fit was going to be about the same. It does add the back pockets. That's kind of nice because this truck didn't have those back pockets. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure our last truck did. And this, I mean, it looks really janky, but I mean, it's doing the job. It's definitely covered. I'm sure this will unwrinkle here shortly. But the nice thing is you can pull these off. You can throw them in the washer and clean them up if you need to. What sold me was the triple stitching more than anything else. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but the triple stitching, because I'm always sliding out to get out of this truck. My big butt is sliding out of this and I'm pulling on this all the time. So that's it. So what's going on? I think Heidi and I is going to sleep in the RV tonight, because tonight's going to be the first night that we don't necessarily have to run the furnace. Go figure that out. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm glad she's home. She's off tomorrow, and I just thought we'd touch base. Something different than me stepping out of that front door and saying good morning. I'm just so happy that the weather's gotten warm. Oh, have you guys seen the bed rug? I don't think so. Yeah, we had the guy do our window tent. He did the bed rug for us, and he did a good job. You know, he fitted this. I already cut slots for these, you know, on the old truck, but he also resealed that bulkhead, and he said that the seal job that they did was probably not the best. So I swear there's some lights out. Yeah, look, there's a bunch of LEDs out. Oh my word. I swear. You get what you pay for. That's not true, because I paid a lot. So that's it. We'll pick this up tomorrow, or maybe the next day. Good morning, YouTube. New day. Heidi's with us today. Look at how long her hair is. She don't like it that long.
Long and scraggly.
She wants the split ends cut. I think it looks nice long. I always liked when she had long hair. It's a cloudy day. It's a rainy day, and it's still a little cool. It's 50 something right now, but we're supposed to get it to 70. So
73.
Yeah, 73. And I was wrong whenever I was talking about the people across the street. Man, their grass is way higher than I thought, and they've only mowed like 1/8. I thought they mowed about 1/4 of it.
Nobody mows their lawn like we do.
Yeah.
Or like he does.
Yeah, I just don't like... Well, I'll be honest with you. Part of that problem is kind of the mower. I cut it at the highest setting the mower has. The mower deck needs readjust. It needs taken off, and for me to completely readjust everything, and I just don't feel like doing it. And it probably needs new rollers across the back. So anyways, the mower cuts real low, so I need to keep up with the grass so it don't get too high, because then I would take forever to cut if it was a little bit too high, because of course the deck don't go high enough at that point. I would like to leave the grass a little bit longer than what I currently do, but anyway,
not too short.
I don't mind it. I don't mind mowing. I mean, just like yesterday, you know, pour a drink or two, and put in my earbuds and just, you know, just mow, enjoy music, and get it done. So one thing we've noticed today, the last couple days, it sounds like a super highway out here. I mean, the traffic is full blown back to normal again. I mean, there's no...
Mostly with semis.
Right.
That's what was running lots last night.
Yeah, I've never...
I guess because we haven't heard them for so long.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the case. If it's because we're kind of numb to the whole thing, and we're, you know, thinking, wow, what's all this noise? But Yeah, the traffic's just crazy. I mean, it's back up to where it was. And like she said, I think the truck traffic seems like it's increased.
And it may have due to everybody shutting down and opening back up and trying to get their freight out. Yes.
Yep.
Assuming, I mean, I had empty shelves on my at work, so I had lots of empty shelves.
Yes.
Or not shelves, empty holes, I guess I should say.
So she finally, the piece count for their delivery actually jumped up. You know, as far as people ordering stuff and parts being, you know, the fulfillment coming in, her weekly shipment. So what do we have to do today?
We have to get our renewal for our tags.
Yeah, initially they extended when if your tags expired, you didn't have to get them renewed.
Right away because they were closed.
Right, but
they've been open for, what's today?
Like the 14th.
Okay, so they've been open for like 9 days.
And our tags expired on my birthday 4 days ago. Heidi's been driving on it. But we figured that nobody would give us crap about it. But we did forget. Well, we were going to do that last week or the
last Thursday.
Yeah.
We were going to do it, and then we didn't even end up driving by there.
Yeah, we got totally sidetracked. We went shopping, we got salt, and we did something else. And anyways, we got home, we're like, oh, we forgot to get the tags again.
So this ought to be interesting, because I believe it's only the drive-through.
Yeah, it just so happens that our license agency and the title agency is in the same building. But you know how that is. Used to be the license agencies were always thrown into some little tiny, nasty, hole-in-the-wall house or building or something. And that's the way it was here for a long time. But then one day, I don't remember when it happened, they changed it. They changed up. They bought an old 1920s bank in downtown Alliance, and it's a very nice bank. It was, you know, all marble and stuff like that, big doors, you know, just a very, very nice bank. And of course, the bank had a drive-through. So they do have a drive-through that they can use to utilize to do the license, whatever they, you know. So
they should always use that.
Yeah, they should use that quite a bit more than what they do. Yeah. But it is just one drive-through. It's not multiple. But anyways, our license agency is usually very quick, very fast, very thorough. And the title agency's right there. Everything gets taken care of relatively quick. It's all in one building. So it's always a pleasure to go down there, actually. It's never inconvenience, other than just parking.
Yeah, unlike when it was on State Street.
Yeah.
That house.
Yeah, it was. They didn't have any room for parking.
There's
then.
10
people standing on top of each other.
Yeah, it was crowded.
So we got to go do that, and other than that, our day's pretty much all dead set. Now, Heidi and I stayed in the RV last night, even though we didn't need to at that point. You know, our stuff was out there. It's just convenient, and it's comfortable. Although Heidi said she didn't sleep very well.
I think I had first off, we weren't under the blankets.
Yeah, not really.
So I was like, I had a blanket and I threw that the comforter up over my legs.
Right.
And I tried to fall asleep. I'm like, I need to get up and turn the heat up. And I'm like, I fall asleep, I wake up, it's chilly. I mean, it wasn't freezing, it was just chilly. I could have made it warmer.
Yeah. We set it like it's 60 something. But that's what we're doing today. Nothing real exciting. I'm not going to be doing anything outside because this rain is supposed to be coming through in waves, and I can't stand that. I can't stand that. You work on something that it starts raining. Is it heavy enough? Do you got to run in? You know, is it going to stop? Okay, it stopped. Let's go back out. Now everything's wet. You know, that kind of thing. So, all right.
I think I'm going to get rid of my mail today.
What mail?
My mail hoarding.
Oh my. We got boxes of mail hoarding that needs burned. We'll have to see which way the wind's blowing. Because we do have the awnings out for the slide, so we'll have to watch that. All right, we're going to go. Well, YouTube, that was a couple days ago. We actually left and went to the license agency, and the line was to the road from the drive-thru. So Heidi's continuing just to drive on expired tags. Oh well, she just said, I mean, both of us got to the line, and it's like, do we really want to sit out in the street for the next, it was over 40-minute wait to get through. And we're like, forget this. We'll come back another day. Heidi thought she might try to do it on her lunch or something like that. But anyways, we did have some storms that rolled through. The good news is the storms, it wasn't as windy as they anticipated. The bad news is, because they said these high winds were coming through, I went ahead and put the slides in on the RV. You know, I've talked about that before. Nothing really good could come from having those slides out and us having straight line winds. They were talking about straight line winds of like 50 to 60 miles an hour. And the funny part is, we didn't have hardly any wind. The storm dissolved. I don't know. Sometimes they get it pretty wrong, that's for sure. So Heidi and I did not stay in the RV last night. However, we're probably going to stay in it tonight. We enjoy staying out there. I don't know that for sure, 100% sure. You know, there's really, all we're doing is just working the systems. That's the only reason we're out there. Plus, it's a pretty comfortable bed. Of course, our bed's not, you know, we talk about that. It's not crazy uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just we enjoy, you know, utilizing the camper. We want to go RVing. It's kind of like being a kid and having a car, but not having your driver's license. You just like to go out and sit in your car and play with it. That's kind of what we're doing in the driveway here. Now, there's some people have brought that up, and you're absolutely right. We've got campgrounds that are open locally. But you got to remember, I'm kind of in a weird situation here. Let me show you again to kind of refresh everybody's memory. Although I could work around all this, the van's in the way. My son, I think I'm going to ask him if he wants to come out here and work on it. But basically, I can get the truck in there. I can hook up to that hitch at this kind of an angle. If you guys remember, that's one of the benefits of this Pro Pride. It's like a 87 degree or some crazy thing like that that you can hook up to, you know, that this thing turns. But still, I need to do a lot of stuff with the RV, and the first thing I need to do before any of this is get the hitch height correct. Again, I could do that, but I want to be prepared for it. Have Heidi come up with me. She's always, you know, I can get all this stuff done myself, but she's a nice helping hand to make things go just a little bit faster. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put these slides back out. Before I do that, I need to mow a little. The problem with that is it rained a lot. You can see maybe, well, there's not standing water here anymore, but there was. This is all wet back here. All this is wet. I don't know if I can get it mowed. I might just, you know, well, you can see where the sun hasn't been. This is all wet. And there's a puddle over there by my Nesquik container. But I did want to mow before I put the slide out. But honestly, maybe I'll just wait. But anyways, that's kind of what we're working against. And we still don't have the ability, even if I could get the RV out of here, to get the RV kind of even close to back where it is. Whenever we pull in, I always pull over through the yard and then kind of ride along the back side of the turnaround here with a couple wheels, and 2 wheels are off into the grass. And then I kind of loop up against the garage here and then pull in the backyard, and by then the camper's pretty straight and I back it into its spot. Of course, you can see the van's in the way. So we can't do that. So we got to get the van straightened out, or again, we got to get hold of the gravel guy. We did turn on our air conditioning, and sometimes we can get away with it and go an extra year, but we had to call out the AC guy. We called him out before this warm weather started and had them recharge our unit. We know we have an A coil that leaks just a little bit, and sometimes it lasts all summer, sometimes it don't. So it was out, and of course we still got to get the flagpole fixed. But yeah, Heidi and I were just talking about her vacation time and stuff. So we're looking forward to Pirate Land still. We keep on telling you that we're there the 10th through the 17th. We're leaving on the 17th. We won't be there on Friday, but just in the morning. And I just found that out. I forgot when I reserved, tell you the truth. Of course, everything's still a go, and Heidi is very happy that that's in the near future here, and then not too distant near future. She does have her surgery to go through. We have to go get haircuts. I mean, it's so funny how much we haven't got done because of all this stuff that's been going on. But we're really happy about that. Now, when she has surgery, of course, she's got to have she's got some recovery time she's got to deal with. So she'll be off work then. She'll go back to work for a while, and then we go on the vacation. So again, kind of exciting to know all this stuff. People up the street are doing a little bit of cutting. I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon. This shed is just falling apart. It's been falling apart a long time. I rebuilt the doors a while ago, and even those are falling apart because I just threw them together with whatever wood we had laying around. And yeah. So that's where we stand. I gotta get this bowl in the RV, and I gotta go ahead and put out the slides, and then I'll put down the stabilization feet to help sturdy it up. It's funny how fast gas prices are recovering, huh? I've never seen an industry that when demand goes so low that they have product that is worth $0 to them, that the price never dropped any lower than about 99 cents, 98 cents over in Canton. And now here we are just a few weeks after that, and guess what? Gas price all the way back up to $1.84. How does that even work? Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, I don't know if I did tell you about, we got the Easter egg mounted on here for our membership. We've had it for, well, more than half a year. We never mounted it. And I got a flagpole buddy. I'm gonna let you guys know how this works out, but I think it's gonna work really great. And this is for our WeBoost, our cellular data booster. We did not buy, you know, I basically made the new one that they have without the box. I don't know how to describe that, but we bought the RV Drive or whatever it is, or X, or I can't remember. Go back and look at our videos. We did a review on it. And it came with a little antenna that just clamps onto a ladder or clamps onto something up on top of your roof. And it's omnidirectional. Well, I was reading and they said if you get a directional, what they call a Yagi antenna, you could probably get your signal from a little bit further away. So that's exactly what we did. We bought that Yagi that matched it, and I got all the fittings and everything that was needed to hook up to the old box, or the box that came with the unit. And I made an antenna with the directional. So that's what the antenna that I had, that I rigged up. Well, then lo and behold, they came out with a new system that came with a big antenna and a mast and everything else, and it was just like the one that I pretty much made. So instead of investing and paying another $640 for the new system that came with an antenna, I just made it to where I could use the existing system, and I got a flagpole to make it a little bit easier to mount, because our old RV we had that mount on the front, but this one I was just strapping it to the ladder when we got to our location. So so far so good. Like I said, I kind of hooked it up and everything, and it looked pretty good. This bird that is continuing to make its nest here, look at how many times I've knocked this nest down. And it looks like I might have to do it again. Nope, they didn't build it this time. That's good. Yeah, this bird just keeps on making a nest here over and over and over and over again. New day, YouTube. Don't you love it when it's actually going to be warm out? Now, we've got the chance of rain all day today. But for the most part, 79 degrees. Woohoo! I actually got out my summer shoes. This is like a landmark thing for me. When I get to put these shoes on, or any of the Sanuk brand shoes that I own. I just love that brand. They last forever for me. It means it's summer. And then when I have to quit wearing them, I'm so depressed. The other thing that I noticed is how my summer clothes don't quite fit me. Because my winter body is pushing into them. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Actually, Heidi and I said we'll try to wander back onto our diet. And we always try to be transparent about that. We said we were on a diet a while back, and I lost like 20 pounds right away. But as soon as the whole lockdown happened, that was it. I was ordering food in all the time, and we weren't going anywhere. We weren't doing anything. Ugh. So I'm back up to maximum density. Claire. If you guys know what that reference is, put it down in the comments. What is Claire? Maximum density. Pushing maximum density. Anyways, let me show you what we're doing. Heidi's doing something in the basement. I have no clue. It's funny because she'll sit on the porch and like, yeah, I don't know what to do. What are we going to do today? So I said, well, we need to do the solar maybe on Bud's van today. And I need to install the shock for the tailgate. I'm tired of the tailgate lifting it. So as soon as I say that, all of a sudden she's got a project she starts in the basement. Because she hates working with me. Like I said, I have no idea what she's doing down there. It seemed weird. I got into the truck, and it was the first time that I've driven the truck in a while. I can't even remember the last time, to tell you the truth. To go get the cap. Yeah, it was when I went to get the cap. Now I think about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. So, let me go ahead and get started on this. I did a video on this on our other channel. If you guys are wondering, what the hell am I talking about? The shock for the tailgate. Well, it's an option on some of the Fords. The thing is with a lot of options, it doesn't mean it can't be added to another vehicle. There's the instructions. I don't feel like reading them. Hopefully everything's here. Yep, that's there. There's the bolt that I need to put in. And there's that magic shock that I was talking about. All the rest of this is just junkola. I'll put the link down below for this, like I do for everything. If you want to see exactly how this is done, go check out my video on it. It's very simple. Very, very, very simple. Now in the son's van, what are you doing? Yeah, well, I just talked to the camera and wanted to know how. You're like, what are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to do solar on Bud's van. And then all of a sudden, Heidi's got a project that has nothing to do with me and the solar on Bud's van.
Yeah, solar on Bud's van. There's, I didn't hear Heidi.
Oh, yeah. You're just going to hand me tools.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm going to keep us from having to get a dumpster.
Oh, we don't. No, we would never. Okay. Since we moved in here.
We don't need a dumpster.
Since we moved in here, we had a big trash can. We knew that we wanted to have a big trash can.
Yeah, well, we always had the biggest trash can.
And then when we grabbed this place, when we first moved in, we had a rolling trash can. This one right here. Well, this one's been with us for quite some time. And we put it out to the road just a few times, and that's whenever I told Heidi, please call a dumpster service, or a trash service, or a refuse service that has those big rolling trash cans. So we started searching around, and we picked up a company called BFI back then. I don't even know if they're still around, but BFI, they brought out a big can, and we put it out in the road, and we put a bunch of stuff in it, and they left it. They didn't pick it up. So we called and said, what's the deal? And we had a woman trash person, and apparently she had told the home office that it was too heavy. Now it's on wheels. All she has to do is roll it off the curb, over to the truck, hook it up, and let the truck dump it. And when we say it was too heavy, or when she said it was too heavy, it was probably, what, 75 pounds?
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, we didn't fill it like full of dirt or rocks or anything like that. It was just stuff that we were cleaning out of the house. So I told Heidi, I said, can you call some other place and see if we can get some sort of service? And the reason I was having her call is she had already researched and priced out all these places. And we had got we had to go like 2 more weeks with that service. But we had got something in the mail, just so coincidentally at that same time, from a place that was just starting their refuse business back up after they had been out of business for quite a few years in this area. And they had been pretty decent.
Like in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because I used to hang out with my cousin because she was dispatch. I hung out in the office.
So it was nice because this place was coming back in business. We had some history with it, or Heidi had some history with it. And I thought, okay, let's try them out. And we got a brand new rolling trash can. Their rate was a lot lower. And I was doing all my small engine business out here. And trust me, I was making lots of trash on a weekly basis. I mean, lots of trash. I had a scrap pile that would grow really fast. And the trash, I mean, between oil changes and parts and boxes and old tires and old belts and just, so anyways, at that point, we told, or I had mentioned, and Heidi had agreed that we should get unlimited trash for us. Basically, we could use not this one by the basement door, but that next one. That's the one they provided to us. And we could put everything we wanted to in there, and we could put all kinds of crap on either side of it too, out by the road. If we had a chair or a mattress or table or couch or something like that, they asked that we call ahead of time and let them know. Because back then, it was a little dumpster truck that used to come by and pick up these trash cans. It was just a tiny truck. So, getting back to this whole story, we've had unlimited trash for, I don't even know how many years, probably 15 years?
Yeah. I don't know if they call it unlimited, but I pay like $15 extra every 3 months to, we can put all 3 of those cans.
Yeah, we can have all 3 of these rolling cans. Now, let me tell you why we have 3 of these cans. And we could have had, how many could we have had?
12?
Yeah, we could have had 12 for free. And we could have had 30 barbecue propane tanks. The people that used to live in this house right next door to us years ago, they were working for the banks, the REO, the bank-owned properties. They belong to a company that they would go out and do trash outs on houses. And this is during the whole decline of society back in 2008, when everybody was getting their houses foreclosed on them.
Predatory lending.
Predatory lending, yeah, all that predatory lending was, the housing bubble was coming. And anyways, so they were in a company that was very lucrative, that they had lots of business to where they would go out to a house and they would get rid of everything in the house. They would, whatever was left behind that wasn't part of the house got thrown away. Everything. It didn't make a difference what it was. Now here's the deal. Trash cans were left behind, and none of these companies were going out collecting their trash cans. None of them. The city of Akron, the city of Barberton, the city of Cuyahoga Falls, all of them were, you could call them and tell them, hey, you need to come get your trash can because these owners are no longer here and this property is owned by the bank. And the reason they wanted to get rid of the trash cans, at least the banks, is because if not, the neighbors would come over and fill the trash cans. So now it's filled with trash again. You can imagine that a lot of these houses weren't in the nicest neighborhoods. Most of these people that worked like our neighbor did for this company, or doing this type of business, usually carried a gun with them, you know, on their hip. It was just that kind of thing, because a lot of people were like, why are you here at my house? You know, and he's like, hey, the bank owns this house, you don't, and we're cleaning it out. And they'd have to have the sheriff involved and all kinds of stuff. So anyways, what they would do is during their trash out, they would just fill the cans that were on the property and notify the city that they were going to go to the dump. And if they wanted to, they would drop them off at the city you know, disposal, whatever it was, the sanitation department for the city. And the city's like, no, we don't want you here. We don't want you bringing stuff here and dropping it off. We don't have that kind of outfit, you know, the whole thing. We don't want those. So anyways, but basically come down to was our neighbor would come home with these big rolling trash cans, you know, emptied, that they went to the dump and dumped them, and they didn't want to just leave them there. So they'd bring them home, and they had a whole so many of them over at that other house, it was ridiculous. So the other thing, of course, is a lot of people, when they left those homes, they left their barbecue grills, and almost all of them were propane. Well, almost all of them had propane in them, so they would basically scrap out the barbecue grill. Unless there was a nice one, they would keep it, but usually they were junk. And they'd keep the propane tank. And they had, he told us, come over and get all the propane you want. Whatever you need, come over and get it. You can exchange, you know, do an exchange system for free next door. So anyways, that's why we have a couple of extra propane tanks here.
Another thing is, one year, they were at that house that had all those new clothes in it and new shoes. That Mercedes, for sure, got almost clothed for school to start.
Yeah, our daughter.
They're brand new. They still had tags on them.
Yeah,
I mean, they may have been stolen.
Yeah.
But that was a house that they were cleaning out that was full of, I don't know.
Why are you doing that?
Just so I can put it in the trash can.
You could have just broke it.
I could have.
I mean, it's spindly.
I like to do things the hard way.
Thing is we could have sold that at the yard sale.
No, it was broken.
Why? The canvas bag is still sitting right next to it.
It's in the trash.
Oh, you threw it in the trash? Yeah, what this is a clothes hamper, a folding clothes hamper that we used to have. And the kids did something when they were little to where they broke this, so I reinforced it with some, we need that pipe. I needed that. I bet you we could have used that for the basement.
He's such a hoarder.
Yeah. Well, it's a pipe like, I don't even see it. See, I need it real bad. It's a pipe fitting. It's a piece of pipe. It's just what we had in the basement, so I slipped it over the break and I taped it up to reinforce it.
You could have already had this all taken apart by.
I know. What if you use something like that? Wouldn't that be crazy? It's like a cordless. It's like a cordless, and it's got a screwdriver on the end. It's like a cordless screwdriver. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wonder if that works. Holy cow, that works. You know what we should do? We should sell something like that.
No, we're keeping that.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying we should come up with the idea to market and sell something like that.
We missed out.
So anyways, I got to get back to this whole shock thing. And then our son, this is kind of the solar thing that we got to do. There's the solar charger, there's some battery cables, some battery ends, there's some brackets in here. Of course, the solar panels are back there. We got some, what's this black tape called? Everybody, a Turnabond. We got a whole bunch of black at Turnabond so it matches his roof.
Hey, hoarder.
Hey, hoarder. There it is. There's that magic pipe. Wait a minute, is that metal? Oh no, it's plastic. Oh, this is junk. Thank you. This one's junk. Look at it. It's all stripped out. Whoops. Let's see if it'll fit in the trash can. Oh yeah. All right. So, anyways, that's kind of the mess we're doing. It's funny because the guy that did the bed rug install for us, he said, because he only charged me $40, and as soon as I heard $40, I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'll pay $40. He told Heidi when she picked it up, he goes, that bed rug was a hell of a lot harder to install than I remember. Yeah, I'm thinking, yep, and that's why I didn't do it. All right, so let me put this bed rug carpet back. I still didn't get the tailgate seal that I wanted. I forgot all about that till just now. But the good news is, with Heidi's help, we're back in business. Ooh, look, it's even stiffer now. Praise the Lord. Which right now he's loosening all the oil pan bolts so we can do the timing cover, which is right here. And hopefully we got bolts. We can find some bolts for this because of course all his bolts are busted. Okay, back to business. Let me do my review video. Alright guys, this thing's kind of awesome. It's back here, hidden away from the world. You can see back there. Let me get you closer. There we go. But yeah, it's. I mean, we just got the panel sitting up top, but yeah, check that out. 13, whatever, 6. Tells you how much voltage is coming in and the amperage and all that crap. I got to get my video together for the review. Oh, my knees are killing me from being on that thing. And the wires are just kind of there. But I got to go mount the panel on the roof. We got rain that's moving through. And, yeah, that's not so cool. Every time there's a loud noise, the turkey... Watch this. Ready? Let's see if you guys can pick this up. The turkey's over there real nice and quiet. See? He's not making any noise until he hears a loud noise. Ready? Heidi was excited. I told her about that. I said, yeah, if you make a loud noise, I said, that turkey gobbles. It must startle him or something. She goes, no, he don't. So she's standing over there by the trash can. She's clapping her hands, making him gobble. She thought it was funny. Yeah, look at all this pollen. Ugh. Yeah, I had to put this away because it started raining. And I was getting my little self wet. Alright, so I'm going to take the solar panel, bring it over here, flip it upside down. We're going to put some bolts on it and find a place for it. Now I see why everybody likes a Turnabon, because that stuff's like cool. It works pretty good. I'm surprised. Anyways, of course, we couldn't use this because he has ribs on top of his van, and this thing goes on a big flat surface. And anyways, the thing came up through a non-flat surface. So I just covered it with a Turnabon. It doesn't look too great up here as far as I'm concerned. Looks kind of janky, but it's holding. I left this open because they're weatherproof and all that stuff in case he needs to disconnect because of a problem, you know, overcharging, I don't know, anything, a failure of any kind. If he needs to test his panel, he can. Everything's screwed down. These screws go all the way through into the steel. Obviously there's 2 screws per bracket, and then the bracket's held on the frame with the bolts. The Turnabon's there, even though there is butyl tape underneath all the way around. I just wanted to kind of do this part a little bit more because it's exposed. I went ahead and put it in the middle, made it look a little bit, I don't know, more aesthetic for him. He didn't like it off to the one side. Of course, he's trying to stay a little stealthy, and he said, yeah, if I have a solar panel up there, I'm sure everybody will know. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, we're all finished. And then, of course, the inside, his batteries are at 100%. It's another time. What did I do? Let's see. Yesterday, I screwed around out on the RV. I'll show you that real quick. And we had, it's one of those things, you know, we have to fix our house to some extent. This door has been jacked up for a long time, so we went and bought one that's identical to it. Exactly like it. But we kept it cheap. But yeah, that's, like I said, I'm not a real big fan. Hey, it's really windy out here. That's something else. We'll talk about the weather here real quick. Yeah, see how it don't shut? It's trying to. Oh well. So, yesterday was nice. The temperature wasn't bad. It was in the 70s. I had basically, you know, long pants and a jacket on, but today it's very sunny. Yesterday we had a little bit of rain move through, but unfortunately, it's only 64 degrees is the high today. Why am I wandering out this way? Well, I'm wandering out this way because I gotta mow. I've got to not only mow but weed eat. Now normally Heidi likes to do the string trimming. I don't know if she, you know, just falls all over herself to do it, but she likes getting out and doing it. And then I just mow after her, behind her. But we've got some stuff going on today. And thankfully it's going in the right direction for us to get moving here to some extent, or free Heidi up at least. She has to go for her ultrasound today, and that was the first step prior to her surgery. So I'm glad that's going to be done. However, when she gets off work today, we just have a limited time before we have to go over to Youngstown or Boardman, I'm not sure, one or the other, and she has to get that ultrasound done. So in the meantime, that means I have to get all this lawn taken care of prior to that. So that means I got to do the string trimming and the mowing, and I need to get it all done, and I need to take a shower and get cleaned up. So whenever she does come home, we can go do that. And Heidi's car's gone. She had broken a rear coil spring on her car, and it needed new rear struts anyway, so we dropped it off at the shop. Again, we know people, and Heidi knows people from dealing with them for years. And they replaced both rear coils and both rear struts for $50. I'm not climbing underneath the car for $50. Not in this driveway. I mean, we're already doing that with his van. We're waiting for some a water pump bolt kit to come in from Texas. It's a complete water pump bolt kit that takes care of all those broken bolts and studs that are going on. In the meantime, he's got almost all the oil pan bolts off. There's just a couple remaining. After those two come off, he'll drop the oil pan, and we'll replace the timing cover. We got to cut it off still and then extract all those broken bolts, so we still got a lot of work ahead of us. And yesterday, while I was screwing around, I went ahead and installed my flagpole buddy. They come in different sizes, so I checked, and the smallest size they had was 1 inch. Well, our flagpole is almost that. I think it's a 3/4 inch pipe, and it held up. I mean, all this wind, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, this is the poor man's version of that RV thing that is out. I wanted to talk about these things. If you guys are thinking about yard sales or any kind of party event, but mainly what we got them for is yard sales, to sell stuff out of. These things are really nice. I put the link down below for them, and if they're still on sale, if they're still available, these things are only 99 bucks a piece. This is a 10 by 30, and it has sides and windows. So we got 2 of them. Of course, you got to know how to put them together, because they're junky. But they do serve the purpose, and they do hold up to weather if you do it right. At the end of the garage sale, what we start doing is trying to sell them. And if somebody's interested, we'll sell them for half the price that we paid if they take them down. So it's just win-win all the way around. If not, we go ahead and we, again, with all the pictures that we have, we take them down, we put them back in the box, and then they go out that way. Well, the string trimming's done. The air compressor's running because I had to blow my pants off, my shoes off. I'm still covered in grass. But it is finished. Whew. It's a lot. I had to do the guardrail. That guardrail's always a handful. The rest I can get with the mower pretty easily. I don't even know why these rocks are here anymore. It used to be we had some really nice plants. And I remember Heidi, you know, hey, I paid so much for that plant. don't cut it. And every time she used the string trim, she'd just cut it. I don't understand that. She's funny. But she does a good job. Like I said, I like it when she does it. There was a lot, though. It really got overgrown. And I've never had her cut the guardrail. I don't like her out there by the road. I'll go out there. I don't have a problem with it. But, yeah, I don't like her out there. So, everything's done. I didn't do really around the RV because I don't like throwing grass up on the RV. What I usually do is just wait until we hook up and pull out and put it up in the driveway here, and then I usually get the mower out before we go and knock it down.
Michael's mowing the lawn. We're getting ready to go. But anyway, he's going to take me to my appointment today. I woke up and I had some kind of dizziness thing going on. I still kind of have it going on. I don't know what the heck's going on. But this is our excitement for the day. Not too much excitement. A bunch of birds out there. But anyway, so we'll catch up with you later.
Hello, YouTube. So Heidi is been very busy today. What did you do today?
I went to the doctor's.
To the doctors.
I have an inner ear infection.
Yeah, she's off work tomorrow. She got a little vertigo going on.
Actually, a lot.
Yeah. So we're stepping up. We're getting ready to make some more plans to go less full time. And what did we just do? A guy just left here.
He's gonna mow our lawn every week.
Yeah, we got an estimate for the lawn mowing, which I enjoy mowing the lawn sometimes, except when we come back from camping.
And this is only for a few months anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you got to figure that
maybe 3 months, maybe.
We're thinking that would probably be hopefully full time in 3 months. If the house hasn't sold, then we'll have to go a little bit longer. And don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily expect our house to sell in 3 months. But it doesn't mean we have to stay here just because the house didn't sell. As far as cutting the lawn, though, he was all excited about how nice the strip looked. He said the striping looked good, but they won't. I don't care if they stripe or not. We got the awning out for, tell the camera bye.
Bye.
We got the awning out to try to kill some of the, whatever, I think it's black mold that's just starting to grow because the water that's in there. Look how much pollen we have. I actually had to get some allergy spray. Even though I'm allergic to ragweed, not pollen, the pollen's so thick it makes me wonder. I mean, look, it's just crazy. And look at his panel. Look at how green. I showed you that the other day, and it's just as bad. Now, we got some rain coming through. Sorry about the wind. And I'm coming down here to show you the progress, our son's progress. This has been a lot of work going on. Voila! Check that out. Finally, after all that, the timing cover we had to basically cut off, hammer off, chisel off. We have to extract that broken bolt, this bolt, that bolt. The other one came out. So we basically have 3 bolts that we have to extract. Hopefully that goes pretty smooth. And then I've got a bolt kit coming tomorrow. Check that out. Voila, da, ba, da, ba, da. That's horrible. Look at all that banging and cutting we had to do to get it off. So it's off. That's the good news. Guy's going to start mowing our lawn most likely. It's going to be maybe $140 a month. It's worth it. It's so cheap out here for stuff. He looked at the lawn. He said they'll do all the string trimming. They'll do all the mowing. It'll be once a week, and it's basically like $30 or something a week. I can't remember, but he said about $140 a month is what it'll probably average out to be. So I'm happy about that. Our yard sale is dependent on a lot of stuff, and right now we're waiting on the gravel guy, out of all things, because they were so behind, because the gravel quarry was closed for the longest time. That's what's happening here. He hasn't been able to do any work, and he's slowly catching up. The problem with that is we need gravel now. If we had gravel now, we would have our son's van then backed in over there in the gravel, up on ramps just like it is now. If that was the case, then I could hook up the RV, take it up to the high school, set up the hitch 100%, and I don't know. Oh, and then I could take the RV most likely and get the tires changed and put those new tires on that are sitting back there. But little by little, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to do, and we want to go camping too. That's kind of funny, huh? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be going camping. Maybe we should just keep on focusing on this full-time thing, because it could be that we're camping permanently. Again, if you guys don't know, Pirate Land in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, still July 10th through the 17th. We'll be leaving the 17th. Looks very promising. We're very excited. Hopefully we'll see everybody down there. Again, you guys need to indicate if you're going to be there or not. We need to get a head count. I know that you're probably like us and just kind of make plans whenever they happen, but just kind of picture we're getting closer to that month. You know, we're midway through May, towards the end of May at this point. So let us know. Yep, it's a new day, YouTube. I think I'm going to close out this vlog, but we'll talk about what's going on today, which is very little, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I start off with no plan. I think of one thing that I need to do, and then it just snowballs from there. The grass needs mowed again. However, like I'd mentioned, or Heidi and I had mentioned, we have a lawn care service. So I'm thinking I won't mow it. We'll see what happens there. So let's give you a weather update. Heidi and I stayed in the RV last night because it's probably going to be the last relatively cool night. I shouldn't say the nighttime. The night times are going to stay cool, but cool day, I guess. Like right now, it's about 67 degrees, and our weather is looking like this. Let me see if I can pull something up for you guys, and hopefully this glare's not too bad. I don't know if you can see that. Like I said, there's quite a bit of glare, so let's do that. How about that? You can see we got quite a few days there that we're going to be running into the 80s every day. It's actually going to be warmer here than it is in Melbourne, Florida for a couple of days, and the humidity will be through the roof. I mean, you can see we had some rain. Everything is kind of wet right now, and whenever the sun starts coming out and the humidity builds up in this area, it's going to be rough. So I might be running the generator for the first time this season. You could see though an 80-degree day. You know, that's something. We just had our first 80-degree day back on the 18th. Can you believe that? May 18th, we hit 80 degrees for the first time this season. A 30-year average. 30 years, over the last 30 years, the average has been April 21st or 22nd. We were a full month behind seeing our first 80-degree day. That's crazy. We have another video that we've kind of got where we started on. I don't know how good it's going to be. Probably not that good. I have a tendency to think that it's not going to be that good. But we have another video that we're going to be covering a going full-time topic that everybody talks about, and we'll give you our thoughts on it. Might surprise you, might not. If you guys have been with us for a really long time, we had this talk back in, I don't know. We had this talk back in maybe our fifth video. Yeah, about our fifth video we ever shot. And yeah, we're going to elaborate more on that. What do I get to do today? I get to get inside the RV here. I'm going to see how warm it is. I want to keep an eye on it throughout the day. See what the humidity's like inside throughout the day. We're supposed to have thunderstorms today. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. Sunday looks like a good day from what I can remember. Let's see here. Oh, now it's just saying that it's going to be foggy today. I don't know. These forecasts have changed quite a bit. They said we were going to have storms every day. Now it's just saying partly cloudy. I don't think they know what they're doing. Actually, it's funny, again, staying on the weather, out of all things. How boring can this be, huh? The weather guy that we listen to all the time, who's really good, he's the first one to always say, oh, we missed this forecast. They had a forecast of a high of in the low 60s. And because of the way the low pressure, that it was a breakaway low. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's when the low pressure gets out of the jet stream. And it just kind of sat in one area. Yeah. The temperature was supposed to be low 63, and that's the day we had a high of 80. And then he said there's some kind of a quote, even though it's not appropriate anymore because of, you know, not weatherman or policeman, you know, it's supposed to be weather person. But he said isolated low or breakaway low means weatherman's woe. Well, it gave him a weatherman's woe, all right. Oh, I want to show you our lawn over here. I've been telling you guys all this time we're definitely going to get gravel out here to get another pad. But yeah, A guy came out and bought our cultivator. I have that Honda cultivator, and he drove, I don't know, about 45 minutes, I guess it was, and that's gone. So now that we have a lawn service, what else is going to be gone? I got to get it in the garage, and I need to take the garden hose. I think I might get out my pressure washer. Maybe I won't do anything to it, but I'm going to sell the riding lawnmower. How many of you think you know lawnmowers? Well, it doesn't make a difference if you know lawnmowers. How well do you think you know what the buy-sell market is in this area? I know this market in this area. This time of year, we're late in the season, but people are still looking. The fact that my lawn is striped, people look at that, and if they see the mower that did that work out for sale, that'll be a selling point. What do you think the simplicity be worth? I want your go ahead, put it down in the comments. I'm gonna grab the keys. We're gonna open up the garage and or the shed, and we'll take a look at it. You can give me your final guess. All right, so here's the dirty thing. Yeah, I definitely got to pressure wash it, so I'm gonna get the pressure washer out. But if you guys ever have a chance to buy a Briggs & Stratton that's a Vanguard engine, they are very good engines. Anyways, getting back to what you think this might be worth. Nobody has the right answer. It was a trick question. I didn't ask you what kind of price to put on it, what I should sell it for. I'm going to tell you an old tale that I was told by an old auctioneer a long time ago. And that is, something is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. I tricked y'all. So it's all done. Like I said, no detailing work, just a quick spray and go. Yeah, we'll get that thing out in the yard and get this thing sold in no time, especially today. It's beautiful. All right, so it's out there for sale. I'll put the 600 on it. Let's see how fast it lasts. It's noon on Saturday. Wait a minute. Yep, 12:15 on Saturday. So we'll see how long it lasts. Well, that didn't take very long, did it? This is what normally happens every time we put something in our yard. That gentleman just bought the mower. I told him, he said, you're asking 600? I said, you make me an offer and I can't refuse. I said, because if I can get it sold today, that's just makes it easier on my life. And hell, if I get like 4 1/4 for it today, I'd sell it. Well, I got 500. So that's it. I mean, I basically put it out there for, oh wow, let's see what time it is. I put it out there for 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock. So it was 12:15, so an hour and 45 minutes. We'll just call it 2 o'clock. And I got all kinds of Facebook messages too. But this guy lives local. I love it. All right, we're closing this video out. I'm actually going to edit it today and try to get it up for you guys. So hopefully you see it soon, and hopefully we see you out there. Bye.